Hello, everyone. It's Rowan here with an important public service announcement about nicotine, tobacco. Apparently, it's really good for you. I've been watching interviews of Dr. Artis, and he's this doctor who's literally explaining that tobacco has all kinds of health benefits. Apparently, our body has many different receptor sites for nicotine. And when those receptor sites are filled up with nicotine, there's all kinds of health benefits. Like it cures all kinds of different diseases. Like it's almost like a magic bullet cure-all type thing. Very similar to the cannabinoid system. Think of there being another system in our body. He calls it a nutrient. He literally calls nicotine a nutrient. Of course, we get some amount of nicotine from nightshade vegetables, tomatoes, potatoes, even things like celery, cauliflower, different vegetables, eggplant, bell peppers, anything a nightshade is going to have some nicotine in it. But tobacco has the most, and when you get it in you can absorb it through your mouth, just like this. And I don't even inhale. I'm inhaling a little bit through, like, using it as an incense, but I don't inhale the hot smoke directly. I hold it in my mouth, and then I let it out of my mouth, but I breathe it in through my nose, so there's some filtration. I don't always breathe it in through my nose. Sometimes I breathe it in right through my mouth, but I don't inhale directly so fast because I'm a little worried still about the heat of the smoke hurting my lungs. So I let the idea here is to let the smoke cool down a little bit. And then breathe it in, because I think that the body gives us signals and signs, and when you're coughing, that could be your body indicating to you that you're breathing in too much hot smoke and you want to let it cool down, and you want to, not like, your body will kind of teach you if you're smoking consciously. I think your body will teach you of what is too much of too much smoke directly inhaled. If it's hot, especially, you want to let it cool down. That's what I'm intuitively feeling here with this. But anyways, look into Dr. Artis. He's got many interviews on YouTube. He's recommending people take nicotine patches if you don't want to smoke like this. But I like the idea of getting the entire tobacco, because there could be benefits to, having the entire tobacco rather than just the nicotine element. But I'm doing a nicotine patch right now. I got one on my back. He says put it between your shoulder blades, and it's a slow absorption nicotine patch. And I also should mention the tobacco I'm using is not the typical stuff. It's not the tobacco with 4,000 different chemical additives. It's just pure tobacco. I'm really into these American spirits, and what they're just pure tobacco and water. And I think that's probably some of the best cigarettes you're going to get is this brand. I haven't seen better. If you know of a better brand of cigarettes, tell me, but I'm really into the idea of just not getting all those chemical additives. I've also heard that what was I going to say? That, it's very good for people with ADD if you have focus problems. A lot of people with ADD, I've often thought I had ADD that's just never been diagnosed. And something like half of people, or some high percentage of people who have ADD, eventually learn how to self-medicate with tobacco and nicotine as opposed to Adderall. I might try Adderall one day, but right now I'm just experimenting with nicotine as a solution. And I don't feel like I'm hurting my lungs because of the strategy I've talked about. So you're going to see me smoking, but I'm doing it a bit differently. than other people, and I'm really doing it consciously for health. I also think that, so I've heard it's good for, this is what Dr. Artis said, it's good for arthritis pains, it's good for cancer, it's good for killing every single parasite, every virus. Like, this is extremely powerful. He said that when COVID was going around, it was the smokers who were not getting COVID. So that could be either because the nicotine itself, or I was thinking maybe it's because they're breathing in the entire tobacco. I'm not sure if people who were just taking nicotine patches were protected from COVID, but at very least we know that it's people who are breathing in some smoke. That's why, beyond just the nicotine patches, I do believe in breathing in some of the actual smoke, but let it cool down a bit, not just inhaling large amounts of hot smoke into your lungs all day. I do believe that could be damaging. And listen to your body as far as coughing. If you start to cough too much, that could be your body literally saying, cool it down on inhaling hot smoke, like let it vaporize into the air a little bit, and then, breathe it in that way. Like secondhand smoke, but for yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's just some thoughts, and Dr. Artis could tell you an entire extensive list of everything that tobacco is good for. Those are just like few things I could remember, but it's so good for many, many things. He even said schizophrenia. I remember he said it's good for fixing schizophrenia. It's good for all kinds of mental disorders, depression, stress, all kinds of things. So there you go. There's my public service announcement, and give it a try. Give it a try. See what you think. See you guys later. And may you live forever.